What's going on, everybody? Today I just kind of wanted to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. So, over the weekend I was at PAX East, which I will be talking about in another video, and during PAX East, we got a great update on ScottGames.com regarding Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Now, for a while, Scott has been posting, not really posting, but he put teasers up on ScottGames.com, and it was kind of like a row, and he would fill in, the row with letters, and it would spell out a message. And during PAX East, Scott finished the teaser, and it is Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Now, originally, it wasn't really like, it wasn't confirmed if it was a game or the second novel he was working on or some type of new content that we haven't seen yet. And at this point, I believe, just from watching Dawko's channel, that Scott has confirmed that it is a game, and it is canon, which is awesome. Now, I don't really do much Five Nights at Freddy's content on my channel, and by the way, I'm actually in the woods right now, which is awesome. But off of YouTube, I love this series. I love working on the theories behind it. I love watching all the theory videos posted by, Dawko, 8-Bit Gaming, Razzbowski, Smike, and of course MatPat over at Game Theory. And, I kind of follow their thoughts and mindsets about the story. The whole idea that, maybe it's set up in a way where, it's really hard to figure out. I'm going to switch hands here. I'm actually holding my phone. The video might be upside down. I'll have to fix that in post-editing. I kind of follow their mindset that, maybe this story is kind of, built in a way where it is so hard to figure out, or it's, dream theory. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. I don't want to get too much into detail about theories, but I really love working on them. I had a whiteboard that I was filling in, so much information on. And honestly, it's been such a wild ride that when FNAF 4 came out, I was kind of upset because it really felt like it was the end of the series. And, as selfish as it seems, I really didn't want Scott to stop making them. And it's weird, too, because, a lot of people give Scott hate on the internet just because he made, 4 games in, the span of just over a year's time. And, yeah, I don't know why people, hate on him. The guy is doing what he loves. I believe, what was in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, he gave us an Easter egg that wrote out, kind of his experience of making Five Nights at Freddy's and, how his life changed when the game exploded like it did. And the guy, he stated he was working at, a Dollar General while making games in his spare time. And also the whole story with Jim Sterling and how Scott took his advice. Although it bothered him at first, he turned it into something awesome and made Five Nights at Freddy's out of it. And, the guy found success, and, he's doing what he loves, and he's probably dealt with so much, traumatic experiences in life that maybe Five Nights at Freddy's is, his coping mechanism. So why take that away from him, It's if you don't like it, don't play it. It's as simple as that. He's not doing anything wrong. If anything, he's bringing a lot of attention to indie gaming, which is great. And, other developers can come out and do the same thing. I'm gonna switch hands again here. Sorry for the weird camera setup. I'm just trying to kind of just walk and record. I'm actually in the woods of my parents' backyard, which is really nice. So yeah, so honestly for me, over the past year and a half has been a really tough situation, and I kind of put a lot of that energy into trying to figure out FNAF, although I didn't really record it on the internet too much because I wasn't really looking to be just another person posting FNAF videos. I kind of took it to heart and was just working on it in my spare time and just having fun with it and just enjoying the crazy complexity of it. And I'm just so happy to see that the game series is continuing, whether it's through spin-off or whether this really is what a FNAF 5 could be. Although, technically, FNAF 4 is the final chapter on the timeline, not, meaning it's the end of the series. It just means, The timeline is finite, and FNAF 4 is at the end of it. So, sister location, I'm assuming is probably the phone guy speaks of it in one of I think FNAF 2, if I remember correctly. Like, oh, there was a problem at a sister location, spring lock failures and all that. So I wonder if it's gonna focus on that, which would make sense because the animatronic in the in the teaser video is looks like it might be of like the toy era, because it has kind of the features of the toy. So I'm gonna go and flip this one more time. Sorry, I went to the gym today, so like my arms are just like, oh my god. So anyway, yeah, so I'm really happy to see FNAF continue, because I feel like we still don't know everything. If FNAF even has a complete story. So I'm excited to see what Scott introduces. You know, because like there's a lot of unanswered theories. There's a lot of unanswered things. Like, we still don't know if purple guy and pink guy are two different people, or if they're literally just the same person drawn in two different sprites. Like, little things like that. Like, is pink guy even a thing, or is that just something that became popular out of a FNAF theory video? We don't know, you know, what the significance of what was it? Fredbear and Friends, 1983. We still don't even know if the Bite of 87 is even like what it literally means, or if it's even what we saw in the ending of FNAF 4. There's just so many unanswered questions. It's like, it's alluring. It's something that's always in the back of like the fans' minds, as you know, we venture on in life after FNAF 4 and all that. And in hindsight, it's like one of those feelings where like you have to go back because there's something else. It doesn't feel like it's done. And I just feel like a lot of people that hate on Scott like don't understand that concept. He built something awesome, like something so crazy that it's taking, God, there's gotta be like hundreds of thousands of people like thinking about it all the time, and nobody's cracked it. I'm flipping the camera again. So, yeah, sorry, my muscles are just like, oh my god, help. So yeah, so that's pretty much like my thoughts about the sister location. I'm very excited for it. I'm always happy for canon FNAF games. The fan-made games are good, but I gotta admit, nothing has been better than Scott's work. Like, all the FNAF fan games are great, but it's like the idea that when Scott does it, it's genuine, because it's his series that all the fan games are based off of. So there was always like, when I see a new fan game, I'm just like, I enjoy the fan games, but it just makes me itch more for a new game in the actual series. And I really hope that, and people are probably gonna hate on me like that. Like, dude, Five Nights at Fuckboys was awesome. One Night at Flumpty's, awesome. Although Dawko pointed out that the creator of, I think it was One Night at Flumpty's, like, called out Scott. Which, dude, really? I mean, you know, your game is great, but don't hate on others, man. Like, come on, dude. We're all here to have fun and, you know, hang out in the internet communities and try to figure out what FNAF is. I feel like people create drama for no reason. But anyway, I mean, I just created drama myself. Whatever, you know, I take it back. I'm sorry, you know. I'm not here to hate on anyone, but flipping again. So, I guess that brings me to my final point, if I even have a point to this video. Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Whether it's even called Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. I mean, the word sister, or the word sister location could literally just mean that, hey, this next game is in the sister location and it's going to be called something else that may be revealed on another teaser or an update on Steam or somewhere else. So, yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's sister location confirmed. It's going to be pretty cool. I wish Scott the best, you know, congratulations on the success you have found, and, you know, you've inspired a lot of people to, you know, do the same, and you've brought a lot of people together, and you know, some of us are dealing with a lot of shit, and Five Nights at Freddy's is a, you know, a really good, like, coping mechanism, especially for me. Like, dude, like, I'm going through some tough shit right now, and, you know, thinking about FNAF, like, gets my mind off of it. It gets me re-engaged into my, you know, into, like, just being productive and all that. I'm flipping the camera again. So, yeah, you know, congratulations, and we're very excited to see what Five Nights at Freddy's sister location is. Anyway, so just to move on, since I mentioned Dawko, I just wanted to say, like, you know, I've been a pretty big fan of Dawko, Razzbowski, 8-Bit Gaming, Smike, and MatPat, and, you know, I just really wanted to say, you know, thank you guys for pretty much everything you've done on Five Nights at Freddy's. You guys have done charity streams, you guys have done theory work that, you know, pretty much lays the foundation for the rest of the community. And, you know, Dawko and Razzbowski, like, I've briefly spoken to you guys through Twitter, and Razzbowski, I spoke to you through one of your live streams, because I donated saying, hey man, I think I might possibly have found something. Turns out what I found was already known, so sadly, you know. But I will say, though, I did notice the beak thing before Scott said something. And when I saw Scott's update, I was just like, oh no, there goes my video, bro. So, but, you know, it's all good. It's all good, man. So anyway, you know, thank you guys for, you know, responding to me and all that. Although, you know, it was very brief. You know, I still really appreciate, you know, taking the time to, you know, like, answer, you know, the questions I had, or even acknowledge, you know, my messages. So I really appreciate that. And, you know, maybe down the road, I'd love to maybe do a video with you guys about theory work sometime. You know, so anybody can dream, right? So anyway, guys, thanks for watching me bambling on about Five Nights at Freddy's. And as always, thanks for watching. Once again, have a nice day.